Blessa and I are working together to do a massive giveaway in this video, so be sure to stay tuned for details. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking around. I really appreciate you. Beanie Megan is back because I need to film this video, but I also have not been feeling well for the last week or so, and my hair is greasy. It just is what it is. But we are doing yet another Amberlynn Reid gossip session like I did last month, because even more stuff has happened that has spurred some I guess deeper conversations maybe for me, or deeper thoughts for me that I wanted to talk about. Not much, or not as much has happened as there had been that I talked about in my other two videos, but I still wanted to talk about it. And I might make these catch-up things with Girl World a monthly thing, as long as things keep happening, because quite honestly, it feels like I'm gossiping kind of about a reality TV show at this point. And at this point in my life, which also ignore literally all of this that's happening right here, we're going through a very transitional phase. Long time coming in my apartment currently, and so just ignore all of this for now. So given the mess that is my life right now, I do kind of enjoy gossiping about simple things on the internet. So that's what we're doing today. I am going to be doing my makeup while doing this to go literally nowhere, because I just need something to do with my hands. And I also got the ColourPop Bratz collection, which I have not purchased from ColourPop in forever, but come on. I'm so excited. Anyways, that's what we're going to be doing. I will not be switching back and forth talking about products that I'm using and talking about the drama like I did last time, because I got some feedback that was a little distracting. And yeah, so that's just what we're going to be doing today. Let's just get into it. But before we get into today's video, I want to thank today's video sponsor, Blessa. Now, Blessa, as you know, is a longtime friend of the channel, but today I am here to talk to you about one toy and one toy only, and that is Blessa's new toy, the Whisper Bullet. Now, the Whisper Bullet is the world's first ever silent vibrator, because I mean, this thing is silent, sub-audible, no noise, but full power. She still packs a punch, okay? And lucky for you, this is she, I am doing another giveaway with Blessa, and literally everybody wins a free toy. So meet the Whisper Bullet from Blessa, the world's first ever silent vibrator. Blessa's new Whisper Tech technology makes sure that you never need to choose between power and discretion. You can put your pleasure first without having to worry about waking up the entire house, which for a very long time was something I was very scared about when buying toys, okay? I did not live alone, but I wanted to use something, but it was always really loud, and this thing, I was shocked at how silent this was. When they told me they were sending me this, I was very skeptical, I'm gonna be honest, but this thing is as silent as something that vibrates can be, okay? Let me just show it to you really quick. Yep, so this thing is so quiet, easily the quietest toy I have encountered. And it's also super soft and luxurious feeling. It's small, it's just a little guy. It packs a serious punch. She is tiny, she is silent, but she is mighty, okay? I don't understand how they did this, but I like it. I used it, it works. If you want to try the Whisper Bullet out for yourself, use the link down below in my description. Enter the giveaway to either win a completely free Whisper Bullet, or you'll get a free Air Vibe with the purchase of a Whisper Bullet. And I also have the Air Vibe, and I also very much like the Air Vibe. I recommend that one to a lot of people as well. If you get a free Air Vibe when you buy this, that is a $99 free gift. Click the link in my description to enter the giveaway. Let me know what you want, because I'm nosy. Thank you so much to Blessa for sponsoring today's video. And as always, thank you so much to you guys for continuing to interact with my content so that brands like Blessa want to keep working with me. And now let's just get back and bringing y'all in real up close and personal with my face right now. Hopefully you can see, because I can't. Oh, I forgot I can't read my notes without my glass. Let me go put my contacts on. Oops. Okay, I'm back. I got my contacts on because I realized I couldn't read my notes that are probably maybe 2 feet away from my face without any kind of glasses on. So, so here we are. Also, the huge jarring difference between how I looked in my last video, which was my video on the Victoria's Secret fashion show, and this. So funny, the duality of women. Also, please go watch that video if you haven't. It was really fun for me to make. Definitely not my usual content, but I am trying to branch out just like a little bit because I want to. So yeah, where did we leave off the last time on Amberlynn Reid? We left off, she was in Wisconsin with Tommy, her confirmed feeder girlfriend. I don't know if she's back in Oklahoma. Right after we left off in my last Amberlynn Reid video, she kind of just like disappeared. She disappeared for like a month, I think, and a lot of people were concerned, rightfully so, because whenever she disappears like that, people always think, I don't know if always is the right word, I might be being overdramatic there, but a lot of people think that something like bad happened to her, particularly with her health, and she never announces that she's leaving. She just kind of does, which I always think is strange. I have very much taken breaks from filming or posting or whatever, but I almost always tell y'all that I'm gonna be gone because I don't want you to worry. And also, like, this is a job for me. I just like telling the people who basically pay my bills, who basically make my money for me on here, that I'm gonna be gone, you know? So she disappeared, and some people noticed that a couple of her videos had been taken down, and so a lot of speculation happened that she received like a community guidelines strike or something like that. She did confirm, because she's back now. She just came back like yesterday as I'm filming this. It's the 24th of October. She confirmed that she didn't receive like a strike, but her videos did get taken down for violating terms of service. And the 2 videos that got taken down were the rotisserie chicken mukbang from 2019, which is like such an iconic moment in Amberlynn Reid lore. But that got taken down, and then a video, I think the title was something about how she was eating like 5,000 calories in a day or something. I think I would assume these got taken down because YouTube did just make some changes to their terms of service that had to do with like not promoting like EDs and stuff like that. And this is the first time I have heard of YouTube taking action against mukbangs in the context of promoting EDs or disordered eating, things like that. If they are starting to crack down more on that, I'm very interested to see where they go with it, because I would wonder whose content they choose to go after versus others. Because there are other mukbangers out there who like are not super morbidly obese like Amberlynn is, and so I'm curious to see if they start going after just like thin mukbangers as well for the same reason. And Amberlynn does talk about that in her newest video. She says now in the video that she came back in yesterday that she just needed a break, and so she took one. So, I mean, all right, I can't really fault her for that, but I do really think that she should have told people where she was going, because people do worry. I will say, in regards to her getting content taken down, Zachary Michael touched on in a video that they had been in contact with a journalist who I think is making a video more about like avocado and mukbang culture and stuff. And in that, this journalist just stumbled upon like Amberlynn Reid and Girl World and everybody else, and reached out to Zachary Michael, which isn't surprising because I think Zachary Michael is kind of like the face of Amberlynn Reid reaction channels. But Zachary Michael mentioned that the journalist told them that they had reached out to YouTube for a comment on Amberlynn and content like hers, and then after that, I think is when the content got taken down. So Zachary was wondering if YouTube only took it down because now there's like press involved in Amberlynn's side of YouTube, and potentially YouTube's hand that they have in it. So yeah, either way, I think it's interesting that YouTube did take the videos down, and it'll be interesting to see where they go in the future with taking down mukbang videos. So the main thing that made me want to start talking about, or that made me want to make another video catching up with Amberlynn again, is the fact that Mr. Snowflake, I think, put out a video talking about Tommy, Amberlynn's current confirmed feeder girlfriend, and how when asked about love in the context of Amberlynn, using word for word something that she had said in her deceased partner's eulogy, okay? And because if you don't know, Tommy, Amberlynn's current girlfriend, like I said, is a confirmed feeder. Her previous partner passed away due to weight-related complications. I think that partner got up to round about almost 1,000 pounds. And that's why Tommy has sparked so much controversy in this side of the internet. But I think it was on a reel that Amberlynn posted. Now, I think this was in the comments section on a reel that Amberlynn had posted with Tommy or something like that on Instagram. I'm not entirely sure where this was found, but basically somebody asked like how to know the difference between like love with a partner and love with like family, which I don't know why. I don't know why this person asked this in the comment section of a reel of Amberlynn Reid, but they did, so it is what it is. In response to this question, Tommy said exactly what she said while eulogizing her deceased partner at her deceased partner's funeral. And the reason we know that this is word for word is because there's like video of Tommy's deceased partner's funeral online. I'm not sure why, but there is. Do I think it is wild that people have found this clip at all? Yes. I think it's also a little bit of an invasion of privacy. I have learned that Tommy's previous partner was also sort of a public figure. It still just feels weird that we have this, but we have it, and it has been proven that she said the same thing that she said at her partner's funeral. And so, yeah. And I think Amber's reaction or lack thereof to this is kind of what made me want to make this whole video as a whole, because I think it just leads to a bigger conversation that I want to have personally about Amberlynn and Tommy's relationship, because I personally would not be able to get over this, because it's literally the same words. If my partner was talking about how they feel about me and they used the same words they'd use to describe their deceased partner at their deceased partner's funeral, that would be very weird to me, and at the very least would tell me that this person is not ready to be in a relationship, which is something that the community has speculated for quite some time, simply due to the fact that Amberlynn and Tommy's relationship started very soon after Tommy's previous partner passed away. A big preface to what I'm about to talk about here regarding Amberlynn and Tommy. I am in no way defending Amberlynn's actions as a partner here, at all. That's not what I'm doing. I think I have made it very clear in my content on Amberlynn. I don't think she has been a good partner to any of her past partners, particularly Beck. The mistreatment, I'm just going to use mistreatment here for YouTube purposes, but really I'm talking about the A word of Beck, is very well documented on her channel, and it's really sad. So when I'm talking about any of this, I'm not defending Amberlynn's actions as a partner or anything. It just kind of got me thinking a little bit about my own experiences in dating that I think I can kind of relate back to Amberlynn a little bit. And so I wanted to talk about it. Amberlynn's relationship with Tommy in general is just feeling so off to me. And I don't know how else to explain it other than the fact that it just feels off to me. and more off to me than like any of her other relationships have on her channel. I say that because I think this is the first time I have felt like actually kind of concerned for Amberlynn in this relationship. Is she an adult woman who is capable of making her own decisions and doing what she wants? Yes, 100%. And I'm not denying that either, but I do think we need to have a conversation about Amberlynn's own just like personal history with her life and just her history with her mental health and all of that kind of stuff. And I think for me, a lot of the reason this whole thing feels more icky to me than any of her other relationships have is because of the fact that there is like very significant evidence that Tommy is a feeder and also has a track record of seeking out super morbidly obese women online who are very successful in their own lanes of the internet. I saw this with her hitting up Spanx Beluga in their DMs and all of that, and for some reason that and everything we've just been seeing in terms of Amberlynn's behavior and things like that ever since getting with Tommy has just made me feel a tad bit concerned for our girl, even though she has been proven to be a bad partner in the past and is also a fully adult woman capable of making her own decisions. I don't know if Amber has spoken on Tommy's verbiage here and how it is verbatim what she said about her deceased partner or not. I don't think she has. If she has, correct me if I'm wrong. But she has repeatedly defended Tommy against the feeder allegations ever since they came about, and has ultimately just made like justifications as to knowing about the content, but just continued to defend Tommy and her participation in it with her ex. Okay, hi, sorry, I'm back. I chose to do something way too messy and complex to do for my eye makeup to do while talking about also messy and complex people on the internet. So I'm back. I finished my eye makeup. Not that you really care, probably. So yeah, I think this just got me thinking about, I think Amberlynn's reaction or like non-reaction to this stuff with Tommy's talking about her and their Tommy and her's relationship got me in a bigger thing. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not here defending Amberlynn. I have talked time and time again in my own content about how she's not a good partner. But when it comes to what Tommy said and what she said and how she said it and whatever, it got me thinking about a bigger topic that I think is the main reason why I'm feeling like concerned for Amberlynn in this relationship. And it got me thinking more just about a cautionary tale that like I wanted to talk about that I have kind of experienced, not to this level, but when it comes to dating, specifically dating as someone who has been fat their entire life. Amberlynn has just like repeatedly defended Tommy and the feeder allegations over and over and over again, and she has said repeatedly about how she doesn't feel like Tommy is keeping her a secret, and all about how she doesn't feel like she has to change for Tommy, meaning I think in the context of losing weight, all of that kind of stuff. And I think for some reason this is just hitting me differently, because I think, like I said, it's kind of a prime example of how growing up fat really alters your view of yourself in the context of being seen as desirable and in dating and all of that. If you don't do the work yourself when you do start dating, especially as an adult, to kind of work through that, which Amberlynn has yet to do. So I talked about in a previous video, talking about something that like a fat activism creator said that like I actually agreed with. Growing up fat and being told constantly through in so many different ways, whether people realize they're telling you it or not, that you are like not desirable, or that you need to change something about yourself in order to become desirable, or if somebody is attracted to you at your current weight, it's because of your beautiful personality and not because of what's on the outside. It really does some damage, and it does really, like, it is something that you internalize, regardless of how much you try not to, because, like, I always tried not to. Then when I actually started dating, I was like, oh, I took a lot of that more to heart, and I think it does just create some insecurities that throughout life, I think it is up to you to work on, but it does create that, right? Because, like, for a really long time, growing up, I always thought I was not going to find someone who was going to find me attractive at any weight, especially like being a fat person. Like, that was a big thing for me. And I think these insecurities that being told that your whole life creates makes it really easy for someone who knows how to use those insecurities against you to clock you immediately and mistreat you. I'm not saying that's what Tommy's doing here, but like, I think that's just why this whole thing has felt so weird to me, is because of the way Amber talks about the way Tommy talks to her about her weight and stuff, is that it's pretty obvious to anybody who watches her that Amberlynn's weight is like the center of her life. Like, whether or not she actually wants to change it, it is like the center of her life. Like, she thinks about it all the time, which again, totally can relate, and I'm not judging her for. I think Tommy is very much in tune to that, and the fact that she has also a track record of finding women who are roundabout also Amberlynn's size and messaging them and DMing them. I think, to me, the way that Amberlynn talks about how Tommy talks to her about her weight, it just seems like Tommy knows exactly what she wants to hear in regards to her weight and everything. Given the fact that Amber has admittedly gained weight, and also in her newest video, that weight gain is also very evident, which I very rarely talk about Amberlynn's, like, physical appearance or anything like that, but, like, it's pretty obvious to me, at least, that she has gained more weight since she has been gone, even, which was like maybe a month, and she was with Tommy for a good majority of that time. I'm just afraid that, like, Amberlynn's being manipulated, and that's basically what I'm trying to say here. Because with those insecurities, it does make it a lot easier to become manipulated. And obviously, Amberlynn has done her fair share of manipulating, like, all of her partners, at least that we know of. And so it is kind of hard to, like, so it is hard for me to, like, feel bad for her. But I do worry about what this will turn into for her if she doesn't clock it soon, that Tommy, I feel, is dangerous for her. Like I mentioned in my last gossip sesh about this whole situation and Amberlynn, like, taking her animals on a cross-country joyride to go see her girlfriend, I think I have noticed ever since catching up with her content that the amount of eating she does in her content has drastically increased since being with Tommy, which I just found concerning right from the jump. But now that she's, like, visibly gaining weight again, it's just, it's really concerning to me because as horrible of a person as Amberlynn is and has proven to be, it just, nobody wants to see her leave. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to see that. I think people would like to see her learn and grow up, and not be a horrible person anymore. But I would never wish, not being on this earth to Amberlynn in particular. That's just not something I would ever do. And, I am really concerned about with her mental health issues as well, which again is on her to go seek treatment to find help, or to go seek treatment for, so it doesn't affect her life as much as she claims it does now. I say this as someone who has depression and anxiety and OCD, and in particular, whose OCD affects my life all the time, and I've had to go do a lot of therapy to make it not so. I just worry that, especially with Tommy using word for word what she said about a previous partner, I fear that Tommy just knows exactly what to say to Amber, and that's really scary, given the outcome of her previous relationship. Along those same lines, also, Amberlynn, like, has been drinking more on her channel for a while now. I would track that back even to, like, her relationship with Wifey. We've seen her drink a lot more on her channel, which has always been concerning to me. But it seems like whenever her and Tommy go out, they're always drinking, or they're maybe not always drinking, but what Amber has shown us of them going out, they are drinking. I mentioned this in my last video too. I used to drink a lot before I had weight loss surgery, and now I don't drink a lot at all because it's just not good for you when you're obese. It's not good for you at all, which is why, like, people shouldn't do it all the time. But, like, when you're obese, like, it's extra not good for you, and let alone when you're Amber's size. Just the fact that, like, that's what her and Tommy appear to be going out and doing, also very concerning. And in an Instagram story, she actually was asked why she drinks so much when it causes weight gain. And Amber basically answered saying she doesn't drink, quote, so much, but that she usually loses weight when she drinks because it makes her pee so much, which she knows is just water weight, and she gains it back in a couple of days. But, like, I don't know, to me, that just seemed like a heavy justification for unhealthy drinking habits, and feels like a very, very slippery slope to me. As someone who has known addicts, has dated addicts, that just feels like a very slippery slope to me, and I was very concerned to be like, well, it helps me to see her be like, well, it helps me, and I actually lose weight as, like, a justification, even though she does say, like, she gains it back in a couple days. Like, why would you even include that if you weren't trying to justify it even a little bit? I don't know if Amberlynn has maybe just given up on her own health and Tommy just came in at that time also, or if it's like a combination of Tommy being into super morbidly obese women and now Amberlynn really doesn't feel like she has to do anything to better her life and to live longer, because in this Q&A she also did say she's afraid of not being on Earth anymore. And to me, I'm like, then why aren't you doing everything you possibly can with the resources that you no doubtably have from your platform to fix it? And somebody actually asked Amber in this Q&A as well if she is, quote, the happiest she's ever been because Tommy doesn't oppose her lifestyle choices. And in response to this question, Amberlynn said that I have been in 7 serious relationships and none but one, quote, opposed my lifestyle choices, and that was Feline. Everyone else, which Feline also is Wifey, who has gone no contact with Amber, but Amber has continuously talked about on her Instagram stories, which I hope Wifey's doing all right, personally. Like, I don't know how she treated Amber or whatever, so I don't really know. But, like, I just hope she's doing okay. Like, I hope she's doing all right. I hope she's living her life in New York or wherever she is now. Because Amberlynn has also admitted to breaking no contact with Wifey, against Wifey's wishes, which is just, like, also horrible. So, yeah. But then she goes on to say, everyone just accepted me for who I was. If I wanted to lose weight, they supported that. If I didn't want to, they also supported that. So your question doesn't make much sense. I think it makes perfect sense, honestly, because I think that's what everybody's wondering is she saying she's the happiest she's ever been because Tommy probably will not hound her to lose weight or just get healthier, because it's been proven from a digital footprint that Tommy's just into that. So, but she says, Tommy wants me healthy and happy, so she absolutely supports me in losing weight. I wouldn't be with someone who didn't, period. She's even willing to lose weight with me. And again, to me, this just seems like a wild justification and excusing of all of the stuff that has come out about Tommy's past and Tommy's preferences and all of that, and just going against people actually worrying about her. And to me, this might be a leap, but it sounds like someone defending their harmful partner, and that's what concerns me. And I think the reason why I'm even like talking about this is, like I said, I have dated people with substance abuse issues in the past. One person, really, because after that I never did it again. I did a lot of explaining away to myself and to other people, and a lot of justifying to a lot of other people. And I was not in tune with my mental health. I had not gotten diagnosed with my mental illness yet. I hadn't done any of that. And I think for me, a lot of it, the reason why I wanted to stay with this person so badly, even though it was not good for me, and I think deep down I knew it wasn't good for me, was one, I was young. I was only like 23 or something like that. But two, it was like one of my first serious partners, and I genuinely thought I like lucked out because I didn't think I was gonna find someone who, quote, loved me like that again, because I had grown up fat and I just didn't see myself as a desirable person. And I still deal with those thoughts and feelings, but like they're not as strong, and they don't really keep me anymore from jumping into the wrong relationships. I think a lot of people are being critical of Amber for this relationship and for her actions in this relationship, which I 100% understand, and I think we should continue to be critical of her because she has proven herself to not be a good partner to previous partners. But I just worry that in this situation, she's the one being manipulated, and her, not only is her mental health on the line, but her physical health is on the line. And that's what I'm worried about. Because like I said, she did return to YouTube, and after being gone for a bit, it is very evident that she has gained more weight. And I don't really know where she is in the country because the background of this new video does not look familiar. So that would lead me to believe that she is with Tommy, but again, I don't know. And if she's been with Tommy this whole time and she has visibly, to me, and I never comment on this, has gained weight, that is so concerning. Overall, I think this whole situation has me less like feeling bad for Amber as like an individual, because like I said, again, she has been not great to her previous partners, but I do think it's overall just like a cautionary tale for people who might be in the same boat as her and like don't realize that they may be being manipulated. And yeah, because I watch like Karina Kaboom to talk about this, and like Karina talks a lot about how Amberlynn wants nothing more than to prove to the internet that somebody has chosen her. And I think that is a very accurate thing to say, and I think it is sad. And I think it's ultimately up to Amber to get out of this for herself. But I think it can serve as kind of a cautionary tale for the rest of us. Growing up fat or not, I think any kind of insecurity or something, or any kind of negative feeling about ourselves that we have had instilled in us for like the whole of our lives can open us up to be with bad people and be manipulated by bad people. And I just really worry that that's what's happening with Tommy, because I don't know why, but just this whole thing with Tommy has felt so suspicious to me, and I just don't like it. And in my like super long recap of like August in Girl World, which was when Valentine came into the picture and like all of that, I talked about how yes, some of Amberlynn's content watchers are hate watchers, but I do think in some weird way, I think a lot of her audience does care about her. Like, even though that is weird and the majority of the comments that she gets are negative and stuff, I do think a lot of the people who watch her do care about her and are like concerned about her well-being, in particular with this one relationship. And I am one of those people. I don't want to see anything bad happen to her, like to the point where it affects her life, like ever. I don't want to see that. I don't think any of us want to see that. And I just worry that this is just gonna go really badly. I know I'm not the only one who thinks that way. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I needed to talk to somebody about it because like, I'm concerned for our girl, you know? I also just kind of want this to serve as like a cautionary tale about being mindful of how you feel in relationships and being mindful of how you're being treated in your relationships and being mindful of how previous life experiences can affect you in relationships. And I don't think Amber has done any of that work in regards to her relationships or anything like that. And I think that's what got her into what is potentially a very bad situation. I think I haven't talked about it like this yet because I just hadn't seen, I needed to see it play out, basically. Like, that was it. I just needed to see it play out. And I am now. And I'm genuinely concerned because something just does not seem right. I think Amberlynn love bombs her partners, but I think Amberlynn is also being love bombed now. And yeah, so I don't know. I might be showing a little bit too much sympathy here, but I am just worried. I am a little concerned, and so I wanted to talk about it. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much to Balessa for sponsoring today's video. Go enter that giveaway and let me know what you got. If you got the new Whisper Bullet, let me know. It's really quiet. It's really great. I was honestly shocked at how quiet it was. I've never had a toy be that quiet before. And yeah, thank you to you guys for making it this far. Leave a... I think there's like a lipstick print emoji. Leave that if you made it this far because brats. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, drink your water, take your meds if you need them, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.